So we'll discuss about the HANA installation. So if you see my screen here, we have the Linux system, which is available, our Linux system, you can see here. So this is our Linux system, and yesterday also we practiced the few of the commands on the Linux database. So Linux operating system, not the database, right? So these are the mount points we created as part of the HANA installation. We required the root, and what are the file systems we required? We discussed about the hardware requirements, right? Hardware requirements and software requirements we discussed, and so some of the Linux commands, right? So today we'll start with the HANA 2.0 SPS 05 installation. So 05 we are doing the installations. Then after that 05, then we can then upgrade to the 06, then followed by the upgrading to the 07, right? We will do this type of installations, upgrades, right? So first we'll start with the HANA 2.0 installation. So to perform this HANA installation, so we need to use the tools like, so HDB, LCM tools, we have to use it. HDB, LCM tools, we have to use it here. So to perform the HANA installation, we need to use the HDB, LCM tools, we have to use it. So installations can be done in the three ways. So installation can be done in three ways. So one is the HDB LCM. This is called in the command prompt mode. The second one is the HDB LCM GUI. So it is in the GUI mode, graphical user interface mode. The third one is the HDB LCM web. This is called in the browser mode, browser mode also we can do the installation. Three ways we can do the installation. So for the installation, the prerequisites are prerequisites we already discussed, the software requirements and hardware requirements. Softwares we need to download it, and hardware also we need to set OS, memory, CPU, file systems, and their respective sizes we need to set. This we already discussed in the yesterday, right? So as part of the preparation activities. So to perform the installation, you need username is called the root user. Root user is the must and should. Without root user, you cannot do the installation, right? So root user is the very important user, root user. With root user, we have to start the installation, right? So let's start the installation. So, okay, before starting the installation, anyone, any questions, any concern on the previous topic? Okay, so I think no. So then you can see here, so we have the files are located in the /HANA media. So in the SAP Linux one, so maybe you can just let me show you once again how to log into the Linux systems here. Okay, so just to go to the putty in your desktop, maybe you can use like SAP Linux one. Maybe you can also save the session, this session. If you save it, the session, we put the saved sessions list. So then when you open the next time, the session is available here. Just if you double click it, it will open the session here. It will open the session here. Then just you need to enter the password, user ID. The password is hidden here. Just you need to type correct password. Just enter it. That's it. Okay. You will get the prompt like this, right? So then after that, just to go to the CD slash media. So in the media folder here, we have the SPS 09 and 67 files are available here. So SPS 05. So HANA, we have the versions which we discussed, right? HANA versions. So HANA versions we know already. Like HANA 2.0, we have the SPS 01, so 02 and 03, 04, 05, 06 and 07. 07 is the latest one. So 07 is the latest one. We have HANA 1.0 also. So 1.0 also we have the up to 12, but we have the recent versions we have in the marketplace. So we are doing the 05, then we are upgrading to the 06, then we will perform the upgrade to the 07. 07 they have released in the month of April 2023. They have released it, right? So this is the versions which we are doing the installation. We need the root user. Three ways we can do, which we are using the tools like HDB, LCM tools, right? So let's start with the installation. Just to go to the inside of this folder. So HANA database folder 059, then ls-ltr, right? So then we have the HDB LCM tools are there. Every database software installation, we have the tools are there, like HDB LCM, GUI, web. So in uninstallations, update means UPD. So if you want to do the uninstall, you can do the uninstall. So if you want to update it, you can update it. So if you want to execute the in the GUI mode, web mode, you can also into the exit mode. So what you have to do, just to dot slash in the line X. If you want to execute any files, you need to use the dot slash HDB LCM web dot slash HDB LCM. This is in the, this will start in the browser mode. So maybe some permission issues, I guess. Let me set the permission here. So 777 I am giving here star, then so all permissions will be applied here. So then you can see here I am starting in the browser mode here. So browser mode means it will ask us to open the URL in the browser. Then so see here it is asking us to open the URL in the browser. Then I am opening the URL. So we can also start like in the browser mode also we can start the, so this one in the browser mode also we can start the installations. In the browser mode also we can start the installation, right? This is what we are doing here. So maybe we can remove this FQDN. Yes. Okay. So here just to SAP Linux one. So here it is asking the page cannot be found. What is this? So that's why normally SAP suggests to use the command prompt mode. It's a very, so that here in this way we don't have any DNS problems and everything here. So here we have the some DNS problems here. So then in this case I can remove this one. I can use this one. So even though this is not getting started, maybe I will open in the HTTP mode. 1128 is the HTTP mode. So here this mode also it is not opening. So maybe I need to set the some parameters here. So in the Windows System 32 drivers, instead of that, the best preferable mode is like during installation via command prompt mode. So just to use the command prompt mode here, just execute this one. Then so this will open the, this will ask you to provide the some parameters, right? So HANA HDB LCM means HANA Lifecycle Management Tools. So what is the version? HANA 2.00, 59 is the version here. 59 is the version here. 59 is the version here. HANA 2.0, right? So this is the version. So HDB LCM means HANA Database Lifecycle Management Tools. Using these tools, we can do the installations with root user. You need to start it, right? So same as like here we are starting the root user. So here you started with the command prompt mode dot slash HDB LCM. Then it is asking the, do you want to specify the additional components? So HANA, one interesting thing is here. So here, so it will ask the question yes or no. The answer also it will take it here. Just if you just check and just click the enter button. That's it. Just click and enter button. Then here it is saying that, so which database you want to go into install it, what you want to go into install, you want to update, so you want to resume the pending installations, you have the pending installations are there, you want to do the new installation. So we want to perform the new installation. In this case, just click the 4 for the new installation. Then so we got the error. So this is the known error. So why? Because there is a signature file cannot be found in the our installation kit. So in this file there is no signature file. So that is the reason. So it's not, it's a installation got failed here. But we can skip this one. This signature, for checking the signature file we can skip it, right? By passing the argument like ignore that check underscore signature file. So we can ignore that one. It's the optional. So just you can ignore that one. So we are passing the argument like, so dot slash ignore signature file. So if the real time you will get the signature file, you can use it. So normally if you don't get the signature file, what you can do, just to you can ignore the signature file by passing the argument ignore signature file. So like that you can pass the argument. Just click on the OK button. Then so it is asking like same, enter 4 for the installations. Okay, install the HANA database, HANA installations. Then, so what is the installation path? So we discussed it, right? We know what are the file systems we required, right? File systems we required. So root and slash ana, so data slash ana data, then slash ana data and slash ana, so log folder slash ana data slash ana log folder, then slash ana shared. So these are the file systems we required, and USR SAP. These are the file systems we required here. So now slash ana shared file system, it is asked us, right? So this is for the shared directory, installation path, installation shared directory. So all the files binaries, it will be shared in the slash ana shared. So it is asking the enter the installation path. The answer also, the normally we supposed to give the slash ana shared here, but the answer also is displayed here. So it is the correct one. Then just you can click on the next button. That's it, right? Enter the host name. So host name is SAP Linux 1 is our host name. We enter the same. Then do you want to add the additional host to the system? So you want to scale out scenario, scale up scenario, scale out scenario. In HANA, we have the two types of scenarios are available. Scale out and scale up. Scale out means so within the existing system, we can increase the resources. Scale out means scale out scenario and scale up scenario. Up means existing one, we can increase the CPU memory. Scale out means we can add the additional resources, additional host to the same host, so that one SID, two hosts, it kind of distributed, right? In SAP we have the distributed, same as like here this distributed one, we can do the installation, right? So if you have the no, yes, fine, yes, then you need to select the yes, then you need to select okay, then you need to provide the host. What is that host name? Maybe we have one more system that is called the SAP HANA system. Just click on OK button, then so enter the root user password, then what is the enter root username? Yes. What is the password? What is the root user? Maybe root user. So enter the password. Oh, sorry, password it is asking. I need to provide the password. So then London 2023. So then, so here it is saying that the file system we have to mount, that slash na shared is right. We have to mount in the across the landscape. Like in this host, same file system, and SAP HANA host, we are the secondary host, same we have to mount it. That is a mandatory thing. Okay. The first we will start the installation on the so normal local installation we will do. Once you get perfect on this version, then we will go for the scale out and HA high availability installations, right? First you will get perfect on the this scale up environment, then fourth for the installation, right? Then once four for the installations, then installation path slash na shared. So then, so do you want to add the host? No, yes. So what is the SID? We have to take it here, ana SID. So then what is the SID you are going to install it, right? So what is the SID? That SID we have to provide it. So which SID you are going to install it? So that SID we have to give it to the here. Maybe suppose like you are going to install the, so maybe so S4H, then you can give the S4H. So then enter. What is the instance number? SID means you know, right? For this is a 3 alpha numeric characters. It's a system identifier. For the HANA or database, we have to provide the SID here. Then we have provided the SID here. So instance number 00. Otherwise, you can put the 10 also, you can put it out, whatever it may be. So enter the local host group. So by default, it is asking the default, then you can choose it, right? Then what is the system usage, which product you are going to install it, like either the so production, test, development, custom. So custom it's already taken. Suppose you are going to install 3, maybe 3, you can change the option 3. Enter enable the log volume encryption. No. So enter the, so why 2 times it is getting, okay. Enter the data volume location slash na data. Enter the log volume location slash na log. So actual data from the RAM, it will store into this slash na data. Then actual data in the log folder changes about the SQL data, it will be stored into the log location /ana data /ana log. Then we have the root file system and /ana shared. So all these file systems now it is coming. So we discussed, right? These are the file systems are very important file systems. That's why the file systems we received it here. Then restrict the memory allocation. You want to restrict the memory allocations. If yes, then how much memory you want to restrict it. If you want to know, then you can choose it here. After that, later we can define it, right? Then what is the system administrator password? So here also two users will be created. One is the SID ADM and system user, DB level user, S4H ADM. Then we have to enter the password of the S4H ADM, right? We have to enter the password of the S4H ADM. Then enter the home directory, USR SAP, the path which we discussed, right? Then same, then enter the same directory, right? You have the same directory, then click on the enter button. So in the bracket, in the open bracket, in the close bracket, the answer automatically system will take. So just you need to check and confirm by pressing the enter button, right? Just okay, user ID, okay, system password. Here if you press the enter, then it will ask the value cannot be empty. You need to enter the password, right? We are entering the password here. Just enter the password here, right? Then so restart the system after the reboot, yes or no? No. So right, then yeah, this is the summary before the execution. This is the summary, like whatever the inputs we have given during the SAP time. So we have the review parameter section, right? During the SAP install, here also summary before the execution, what parameters you have given, what is the SID, everything. You want to continue, yes means yes, that will be continue, no means then it will be failed at it. So this is the way we have to do the installation. If I click yes, then continue, then it will start installing the HANA database. Database is getting installed now. It is starting getting the installation database. So what will happen here? The first it will start preparation of the all the packages, then installing the packages, right? Then after that, so HANA will be installed. HANA will be installed here. So here to summarize what we have here. So during the installation here, they are the two users are getting created. Two users are getting created. One is the SID ADM user and second one is the system user for DB admin activities. This is the OS level admin activities. There the two users are getting created. These are the two users here, right? These are the two users are getting created. So apart from that, we have in HANA 2.0 we are discussing here, right? HANA 2.0 we are discussing. So HANA 2.0 we are installing means it's the apartment concept, which means by default one system DB and one tenant will be created. One tenant DB will be created, right? One system DB, one tenant DB will be created. So system DB and tenant DB. So why are there are two default databases are creating here means that is the 2.0. 2.0 is the multi-container, which means multi-container database. 1.0 is the so single container. One is that one is means single container database. Multi means multiple tenant databases we can install, we can create in the one system DB, we can create it. That is called the multi-container database, right? So what is mean by so single container, multi-container, right? Single, multiple tenants, system DB, tenant DB concept. System, this is this is a standalone database. There is no system DB, tenant DB concept. That we know difference. Everybody knows the difference here, like what we discussed in the previous classes. Now let's start discussing about the system DB, tenant DB. So what is mean by system DB, tenant DB? So every HANA DB installations, so every HANA DB installations, you will get the so 7 core process you will get. Same in the SAP level, you all are listening to the SAP, right? In SAP level, I think everybody knows about the SAP, right? Here. So everybody, when you install the SAP, you will get the 7 process, right? DB, EB, MGS. Same as like here also, when you install the HANA database, here also in the HANA database level, 7 core process will be created. Common core process will be created. So 7 core process will be created. Either the 1.0 or 2.0, 7 core process will be created, which means so which like HANA, one is the index server, the first, and a name server, then pre-processor, and so compile server, so web dispatcher, and access engine, and daemon, right? These are the 7 core process will be created in the, so each and every HANA database, like either the 1.0 or 7 2.0, this 7 process will be created. The 7 core services or core process will be, core means system internal process will be created in the, so database level. Same in SAP level, how we have the 7 work process, here also we have the 7 process will be created here. So in SAP level, user request dialog work process will take, background jobs, updates, fail. How we have in the HANA level also 7 will be created. So each process there is a responsibility, there is a work, it will be available here. Now let's start discussing about the what is the difference between the HANA 1.0 and HANA system DB and tenant DB, right? So here HANA system DB and tenant DB. So let's talk about the, let's give some boundary box here, 1.2 system DB and tenant DB, right? System DB and tenant DB here, right? So let me check the installation once again. I think installation is going smooth, it's getting installed. So okay, so this is getting installed at operating system level, like Linux level, it is getting installed. So the mandatory pre-steps are for the Linux, we already knows, right? What are the things we required mandatory? Apart from that OS level, the file system mount point, space, memory, CPU, all we required. So apart from that, what we required here is, so we required the some RPM packages, Linux level, some RPM packages in Windows level. So how we will install the, so Windows level, how we RPMs. So we have to install the some RPMs. So in the, so Windows level, how we will install the some other like Java.NET, some frameworks, how we will install it. Same as like in the Linux level also. This framework will come as part of the, automatically when they have built the OS, it will come. If not, we need to do the, we need to add the this RPM packages, we have to install it, right? So additional packages we have to install on the Linux operating system. What are those packages? Suppose like one is the, so GCC 9 libraries we have to install it. It's a very important. What are the OS dependencies? Without this, your HANA will not be installed. One is the GCC libraries we have to install it. Then second one, the compact SAP. The compact SAP, so 9 plus or 10 plus we have to install it. The compact SAP we have to library, we have to install it. Then third one, INS serve, there is a one service, maybe there is a full naming convention, INS serve, some compact, I guess. So these three are the mandatory GCC line libraries, compact, and these are the mandatory RPM packages should be installed in your Linux machine. So what otherwise you may get the errors, saying that your database is unable to install something like that. You may get failed actually here. You may get errors. Why? Because here you can see our guys are tried to done, but the installation got failed due to this libraries got failed here. That is the reason it's a failed here. It is failed here. The installations got failed here, right? You can see here. So, but now we installed that one. Our installation is the HANA DB installation is going smooth. So that I want to clarify with you regarding this Linux packages. It should be very mandatory, right? So now let's discuss about the, so tenant DB, system DB difference, right? So this is the system DB. Like let me write it like system DB. So this is the tenant DB, right? Tenant instead of writing big, I can write like that, TDB, right? Tenant DB. So here system DB, TDB, tenant DB. So system DB, when you do the installation by default, you will get the one system DB, one tenant DB. In the by default means here in the 1.0, all 7 process will be created in the one database. Like there is no system DB, tenant DB concept, 7 process will be created in the HANA database. But in HANA 2.0, so it's a multi-container G+1 concept, which means multiple one system DB, one tenant DB will be created. But two databases are creating, then same 7 process are creating. Which process is in the system DB, which process are in the tenant DB? So here, so except index server, access engine, remaining all are like daemon, name server, preprocessor, compile server, then so name server, preprocessor, compile server, the web dispatcher. So all are in the system DB. Only each tenant, every tenant, you have the one index server, then one is the access engine. These two will be created in every tenant. If you install the one more tenant, you will get the access engine and index server. But ground floor is only one, which means system DB is only one. It has the file process. And also systemdb does not have any SQL data. Systemdb does not have any SQL data. Systemdb responsibility is to monitor the tenant databases, and also if systemdb is responsible to manage the TDBs. So tenant DB. Suppose if you want to stop the tenant databases, you need to use the system DB only. If you want to delete, if you want to stop, you want to change the parameter, if you want to do the administration work, everything you have to do it from the system DB only, right? So system DB, there is no data, just it will monitor the tenant databases and everything. But here actual business data, here index server is the main process here. When we are doing the installation, see here, it is installed and starting the HANA database system, then starting the 4 process here, 7 processor creating here, daemon, compile server, name server, preprocessor, web dispatcher, index server, and access engine. All these 7 processor creating in the database level, right? So all are creating here. So which means Sahala, we have built the house, and under the house, these families, like these resources, these humans will stay inside of the database, right? How inside of the home, how we are staying, how we are doing our roles and responsibilities in the day-to-day activities, same as like here also in the database level, each process has their own responsibility. So each process has their own responsibility to perform the activities in the database level. In that, index server is the main here, is the father of the database, is the father of the database, is the index server. So actual data stores in index server, that is available in the system DB only. Index server, all data, SQL data, everything is available in the index data. So right, so you cannot stop anything by system DB only, you have to use the system DB only. So tenant DB actual data stores in index server only, right? If you want to stop only tenant, you have to do it from the system DB only. If you want to change the parameters of the system tenant database, you need to do it from the system DB only. If you want to delete, you have to do it from the system DB. If you want to take the backup, you have to take the system DB. So everything, that's why I mentioned as managing and monitoring of the tenant database via system DB only. So here tenant DB actual business data stores like tables. So SAP level, SAP, when you are doing the SAP installation, few tables are creating, few reports, everything is creating, data will be saving, right? Where it is saving means tenant databases, index server. Every index server actual data resides in the index server. Index server is the main process here to store the data. Index server is the main process here to store the data here. So that's why tenant databases are the very crucial, very important. The system DB down, nothing will happen. But with the tenant DB down, all business will. So all process are started. All process are starting on the 7 process are starting on this host here, right? You can starting the database host, all process are starting in the database host. So each system, so after that, once the database is installed, we will get the more details. But see, actual data residing into the index server only. But we have the concept like each and every process, there is a responsibility. So for suppose like it's daemon, index server, name server, preprocessor, everything we have the so responsibility to proceed, right? So here, so we will discuss once the installation is completed, we will get all those things here, right? You can see here. So now installation is about to complete it here. It's a very simple installation. HANA database is a very simple installation, not like that SAP, right? So we can complete it within maybe 20 to 30 minutes. We can complete the installations. Now, once all the process are starting means, so installation is almost completed. Installation almost completed here, right? Installation almost completed here. So then what we have to do here, then next after the installation is done, right? So after the installation is done, we have the HANA Studio. HANA Studio is available in every desktop. Using this HANA Studio, we can monitor or we can do the administration activities of the HANA systems. HANA systems. Then click on the launch button. Your HANA system will be opened. HANA will be installed and HANA will be opened here. So just Studio we are using in SAP to log into the SAP. How you are using the SAP login pad? Then after that we are adding the system HANA SAP systems to the console. Then how we are opening the our systems. So same as like here also we have to the same as like here also we need to open the, so same as like here we have to open the HANA Studio. Then we have to configure the systems here. Then we have to configure the systems. Then we need to do the administration activities here. And we have the HANA cockpit also. This is also we are going to discuss and install about the HANA cockpit also. So HANA cockpit. So also we can discuss here in this case, right? So HANA cockpit also we have the topic. That topics also that we will discuss. So that is one of the batches going on. So for that one, they are now currently we are in the HANA cockpit administration. We are discussing about the HANA cockpit. Once the studio completed, we will discuss about the HANA cockpit also. We will discuss everything here, right? So that is the main thing here. So this is the main page of the cockpit actually. It's kind of Fiori tiles here. So here, so I have configured our ECP system also in one tile. So if we open the browser URL, just click on it, then our ECC system also will be opened here. See here, our system also opened. Just you can enter the user ID password, then you can log in, then our SAP screen is opened here. Then here, just you can enter the transaction code and you can practice. You no need SAP login pad, right? That is what I have done here in the HANA cockpit here. Cockpit configuration. Okay, so my link. You can add any other links also. Okay, this is the just I added this link. So this is the secondary that we are going to discuss, but now you have to concentrate on the HANA installations. Installations you have to concentrate. So after the installation, you need to add the systems into the HANA Studio. So right, this is the second step. The first step, you need to get familiarized, you need to get perfect on the HANA installations, right? This is the way we have to do the HANA installations. So after that, when we are going to discuss about the each and every process, so we have to discuss about the each and every process, the first topics, right? That time you will come to know more about the system DB and tenant databases, more about the system DB and tenant database, each and every process, how to perform, what is that. So what is the responsibility of the each and every process we'll discuss. So the first you need to get familiarized hands-on the HANA installations. Then we can make it one database is the main. Then after that we can discuss the more, right? So here tenant databases, we have the 2 process, and system DB we have the 5 process. In tenant database, actual data resides, actual data stores in the index server only. It will store the data in the index server, actual data resides in the index server only. So that's why each tenant we have that's why multiple tenants, multiple databases will be created, multiple applications will connect to the each and every tenant databases. System database, there is nothing. That is the reason there is no SQL data. That is the reason system DB, we don't have any SQL data. That's why nothing will be connected to the system database, only tenant database. So where the data stores, then applications will connect to that database only, which means tenant database, right? Just remember all these things, and also just you can remember the installation part. The installation also getting completed. So once done, so installation also getting completed, then you can practice all these installations and everything, how we are doing the installations and everything, right? So then we are giving the installations commands, practice everything. You can install it, get practice it today. Then once you practice done, then we can what we can do, then we can start the administrations, other administration activities we can discuss it about. Okay, is it fine for everyone?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's why we can discuss. I pasted the comments in the group so you can practice it. So HANA installation, do the installation. We have the box is ready, HANA installation box. So SAP Linux 1, just open the your putty. So just open the session in your login pad. If it is not available here, just maybe exam it is available. If not available, go to the search. Maybe you can type like putty. Right? This you can do the installation. That's it. And also just open the HANA Studio. You can add the database here. That I will show you tomorrow after the installation what we have to do. We'll go for step by step slowly. Okay. So do the installation. Any questions from anyone? Sorry.